So today let's complete the project that I had made. So register page is working properly. You can register maybe test, password test, and email a proper email and just see if I registered, and I'm successfully registered and the data has been fetched to my database. If I do refresh, I am using Polymer, I am using Atlas database. If you have not watched the video, please go to the part 1 before coming on part 2. So let's create a new file, user context js, and in the user context js, do one thing. Here I'll be using, just a minute. So type import use state from React. Okay, from React. Then const. I'm using create context equal to require React. Okay. Then to export const then user context hook, user context equal to create context, and it has an attribute of a blank parenthesis, I mean curly braces. After that, function export function, and maybe there is user context provider, and there is also in the curly braces there is the written children. I am just elaborating why I'm writing this. After that, I will be returning, and not like that. Maybe there is an attribute of children, and after that there is curly braces. Instead of the curly braces, I'll be returning something. Maybe the const, the use state hook I'll be using here. User info. Let's make it user info, and set user info, and that will be the use state, and that have an attribute of a blank parenthesis, and I'll be returning here. I'll be returning to my user context dot provider, not dot provider. There will be dot provider, and provider, and the value is basically that I have set it here, so for that, do a blank parenthesis like it, not like this, maybe like this, value like this. I'll be destructuring the user info and the set user info like this, and here'll be a thing like this, and instead of that I'll be creating the children with a curly braces. After that, I'll be completing everything by giving this blank parenthesis. So I've done the thing properly. Let's check. Let's do it. That I have created export function, that is a children, and the children have an attribute. The function has been destructuring like this, and sorry, one thing, this curly braces will be end in here, and now it is working properly. Now let's go to my let's go to my login.js. Before login.js, let's go to my app.js. Maybe my app.js. So in my app.js, you can see that I had created this properly, and before that, just add one user context provider in just after my nav bar, user context provider that I have created, user context provider, and the last control C, control X, oops, control C, control, just a minute, why am I unable to do the insert? Let's don't do it like this. So after control Z, maybe control Z, okay. Oops, I think this is giving a blunder, so let's don't do it like this. So the user context provided will be set after my routes. So let's copy this thing and put here, maybe like this. And point to be noted, user context provider will be set after my route. So let's uh, place it after my routes. Now it is looking great, and maybe user context hook has been imported from my user context JS. You can see here. If in your device you had not imported it like this, so you may do this manually. Now go to my login JS. In my login JS that I created in the previous video, go to my login JS, and here at first do the thing that I had doing. So here at first create a function. Before that, just set it my use state hook. So I'll be setting my use state hook const, let's say user name equal to use state, and it has imported the use state hook like this, and control Z, and const password, set password, use state, like this. So just a minute, I'll be just doing a bit. So actually I have changed my devices for the routing purposes. So just now do, and after that I'll be doing the redirection, because after the login I'll be redirected directly to my main page. So the redirection, and const, let's make redirect, and comma set redirect, and use state. uh, Preliminary that was false, because after getting the correct credential I'll be redirecting. And after that, const user in const set user info, I'll be destructuring set user info, that equal to use context, and in between of that user context, like this. Maybe this will work properly. Now create a function in the login, create a function, as that function should be async function login, and it has an event. So preliminary do event dot prevent default. After that, do the fetch from backend. Before that, do the thing that value equal to username, and on change there will be set at an event. Okay, there will be set at an event, and in the event will be say that set username equal to event dot targeted value. So add created in the registered page, that was I will be doing set username event dot target dot value, as well as the password, the value equal to password, and the on change there will be an event, and the event will be dissolved like this. The set password will be event dot target dot value, like this. And how I'll be fetching the thing from my backend, basically there'll be responses. So I'll be set at the const response. Maybe there is an await because I'm set at the function async await, and I'll be fetch what, http something like this. So http colon double slash local host, and the port will be 4000 that I have set it, you know it, colon 4000, and the endpoint will be login. Okay, and here maybe there will be a set it thing like the method will be post. The method is post, and there will be maybe a body. The body will be JSON, and I'll be do the stringify, JSON stringify, and I'll be destructuring the username and simultaneously the password. Okay, like this. And I'll be set at headers for my course. You know that in the previous video I've shown how to dissolve the course. So here will be the content, oops, content type will be application JSON, will be application JSON. Okay, and the credential is credentials include. Okay, now it is done properly its job. Now if the response, this is I have set it, if the response is okay, if response dot okay, no, at first just I'll be rest, I'll be console log, I'll be the console log response for a certain time. Now do here on submit, and there will be a login. Now just say the same thing for my backend. Now point to be noted, okay, let's do it. Now in my index.js, that is set it in my API index.js, there I'll be doing the port for my login here. So app dot post login, sorry, like slash login, and there will be async request comma response, and something like this, that I'll be doing. At first I'll be doing the destructuring portion that I had done before. So const username and password from request body equal, and that gonna be taken from request dot body. Okay, now I'll be fetching the thing from my databases basically. So get the variable const user document that will be taken from maybe my database, and this as await equal to await, and user, that is the name of my database, dot I'll be find one basically. The thing is a bit of fishy that I had setted my user.js that the username is unique, so I am trying to get validation from that portion. So I'll be find the one, and basically there I'll be set at the username with a destructure form. So username, I think that is clear. Now let's create a constant, let's name it pass okay maybe, that will be equal to big crypt, because the thing is like that I have setted the password in a hashed form. Now I cannot directly compare the password with a hashed form and with a non-hashed form. So I had to use the function that is bigcrypt, CRYP, bigcrypt dot compare sync. It has some attributes like one is my password and one is the password that has been set in my user document. So user document password, you may read about this from the bigcrypt.js library. After that is if the pass okay. If the pass okay is true, if that is true, I will do what? I will be doing logged. So I'll be logged in. Now how I will log in? So here I'll be using one thing that is um, JSON web token. Okay, here. So CD API, I'll be using JSON web token. So um, npm install JSON web token. It will be installing, and maybe in my reactor there are some malfunction. So redirect is assigned the value but never used. Redirect okay. Login JS user context is not defined. So in my login JS, where is my login JS? So user context is not defined. Just a minute. In my login JS, I'll be going to my client. So in my login JS, there the just a minute. So the user context here I'll be use context, and I had not imported the thing from. Okay, so let's do it. So import user context from dot slash user context from here. Okay, now it is working properly. I'll be doing the set user info. Now let's go to my API. Sorry, let's go to my API. So if the pass okay is true, then I'll be doing JSON web token has been installed properly. So I'll be required JSON web token. So it is imported properly. I'll be doing what, that JWT dot sign. So it has an sign payload string and object buffer. Okay, good. Sign. I'll be destructure username comma id user document dot slash dot underscore id, and there is another thing that is secret maybe, and one blank curly braces, and one attribute error, one attribute token. There is an arrow function for validation. If there is an error, so if there is an error, I'll be throw the error. Otherwise, I'll be sending a cookie. And the cookie will be token, and token. There will be sending a JSON, and the JSON will be destructuring form of ID. Will be getting the ID. ID will be getting getted from user document dot underscore ID and the username. Okay, so now you may see that why I'm filtering using ID. So let's say this is my databases. You can see that every databases had a single object ID underscore ID. So I want to validate the thing that this ID is unique. No, this ID is unique. So instead of doing the thing using username, I'll be doing the thing using ID, because the ID has been sent it by the in the cookie, in the payload. So by how I will be doing this, and if so, otherwise else do what else, just send a response dot json using the port 400. That is be sending the json file that bro you have wrong credentials, and you may go to hell maybe. And that's it maybe. Now in my login js, I'll be sending the. Okay, so let's try to do. Okay. So let's do register. Let's do test1, test1 email, test1. If I registered, okay, okay, test1. Oops. Now open my network, test1, test1. If I log in, okay, I'm getting no error, but I am getting, yes, I'm getting the username and password simultaneously. So now the thing is working properly. The thing is working properly, but I cannot be logged in successfully. So let's do the thing validation from my just login.js. So in my login.js, how I'll be doing the thing. So instead of doing console log responses, instead of doing that, I'll be doing if the response is okay. So if I'll be setting here, set it here the response. If the response is okay, if the response is okay, do what? If the response is okay, basically I'll be validating the thing response dot json. I'll be sending the json file and dot then maybe the user info. I'll be setting the user info in camel case maybe. So just a minute. Then user info, there will be a thing like this, and here I'll be do the set user info, set user info instead of user info. Okay, and the redirection is true. If that is true, so basically the set redirect, that will be true. And I'll be giving an alert that bro, you have successfully logged in, you have successfully logged in. Okay, and otherwise do an else condition. Oops, control Z. Else do what? Else show an alert that wrong. Okay, maybe like this. And point of note, I have to set the redirection password. So make a function that if redirect, I'll be doing a ready navigation. So sorry, return. I'll be navigate. So it has imported and navigated to where? Navigated to maybe my main page. I think that will work. So if I do test1, let's open the terminal, network, test1 and test1. If I log in, okay, I failed to fetch because I think the database has not been working properly. So maybe the thing, let's see what the issue. Maybe the database is showing an error, so let's fix it. So basically I'll be showing a thing that is for the validation, that in my head. So if connect, and I'll be console.log connected. Now see, this is connected. Now see, now do the thing that just reload the page and press registered. Let's say not registered, let's say login. Let's say test1, test1. If I logged in, so it failed to fetch. Why I'm failed to fetch? Let's maybe it's loaded maybe. So what's the error? I'm not finding the error here. So basically In my index.js there are some error maybe, but the error has not been yet fetched successfully. So in my login JS I'll be doing the thing from localhost. Okay, https, maybe that is http if I'm not wrong. Let be http if I do. Okay, so the thing was a course error. So yes, I am successfully logged in, and and this is my main content. Now this is the work properly. So why the thing was working, that I have given an https, and for that I have given the course. The course was working a bit of slow. So let's do it again. So I had registered admin, and this is my email, and admin. If I registered, let's go to see my network if an error is coming. So wrong credentials because admin is already present. So if you see my collections, if you see my collection, you can see that admin is already present, so I cannot do it like this. So okay, good. Admin 1, yes, I'm successfully registered. Now I'll be redirecting to my login page. Okay, so I'll do admin 1 and admin, let's say 2 3. Now I'm successfully logged in. This is my main component. Tantana. And by how this will work, so let's do one thing that I had alerted, where I have set it the alert. The responsible. Okay, now let's do the thing using log out. So how log out is will work, that will work a simple thing that just a minute. Okay, now go to log. Now just what is this functionality of log out? If I didn't have a token, that time I'll be logged out successfully. So I'll be doing the thing by using that thing. There will be one line of code. So app.post, if app.post is log out, GOUT is logout. That time there will be request comma response. Don't make it async, because the so raise dot cookie, response dot cookie token. But if I didn't have a token, okay, by how I will be validating the thing dot JSON, I will post it. Okay, and I'm done. Maybe. So if I click log out, and I'm logged out. Okay. Now this will be working properly, and maybe the thing is working properly in my databases. So okay guys, this is the video, and I just imported the git repository. I'll be giving in the descriptions while you'll be seeing the thing. If you want that, I'll be hosting this thing on Vercel or Netlify. You may comment. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next time. Goodbye.